Alright, whether you hated it or loved it, say goodbye to the mustache, cause next time you see me, I'll be a lady. Hi, ugly. It's me, Bussy, and welcome back to the channel. Today, RuPaul's Drag Race is taking over the entire world. And my life. We'll be talking about Drag Race France, looking at some dramatic tweets from the Drag Race Down Under Season 1 girls, and the announcement of Down Under Season 2, and then finally we'll be going up north to visit Brooke. The cast for Season 3 has officially been announced, so we'll be doing a mini hot or rot for them, and we'll wrap up by taking a look at the rumored cast for Canada versus the world. And we've got a lot to cover today, but first, what's that? Where am I watching RuPaul's Drag Race? On streaming platforms I already pay for, with the help of award-winning VPN and today's video sponsor, Surfshark. For example, All-Star 7 is inaccessible to people in the US on certain streaming platforms. But with Surfshark, I can surf on over to somewhere it's available to stream, like Argentina, and unlock that content with just one click. I also love using Surfshark because it can help protect your identity online, block ads and trackers, and protect your internet traffic from snoopers on public Wi-Fi. Seriously though, browsing the internet without Surfshark on public Wi-Fi is like swimming in a public pool without your swimsuit. Everything is just exposed. And best of all, you can use Surfshark on all of your devices because they have unlimited device login. Plus, there's no risk in just trying it out because Surfshark's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description of my video and use code Bussy to get 83% off and 3 extra months of Surfshark for free. Plus, get Surfshark antivirus for free when you sign up using code Bussy during the month of June. Thanks Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. First up, France. And I'm sure y'all have seen, but Nikki Doll was announced as the judge of this season, which was a great choice because I think she'll have an American audience to pull in. Plus, with her having grown up there, she'll understand the culture and nuances of everything going on. Still kind of shook that they didn't ask Dita Ritz though. You know, the OG Parisian queen. And this cast includes 10 queens. And I'm not sure why they didn't do a Meet the Queen series on this cast, but what they released in the promo shoot looks fabulous. And since we're not doing hot or rot on these cast promos, I do want to call out my 3 favorite looks. We've got Cam Hugh. I mean, look at the beauty, the perfection. She also was apparently the first French drag queen to have had her portrait in Elle France. My second favorite look would be from Paloma. I'm very intrigued with what's going on with these like Victorian styled ruffles, and that ship in her hair crashed into a wave of crimped Whoville hair. Wild. She, according to the Entertainment Weekly article about them, has a movie coming out and received an award for it at the Music and Cinema Festival of Marseille. Marseille. We'll use the correct pronunciation there. And third for me in the look category would be Soa de Muse. Y'all know I love a little 90s fantasy. She's giving me pastel cyberpunk, but like she means business. You know, she owns the club. I was also shocked that in the full shot of her look, she is ripped. Like full 6-pack or 8-pack. 12-pack? Good for her. And she is bringing 10 years of performance and drag experience to the competition, so I expect her to go far. And the season premieres really soon, June 25th on WoW Presents Plus. Next up, let's go down under. It's been a while since we've been down there. It's been 10 long years. So we don't have a cast yet, but we do have a really filtered, blurred out RuPaul announcing that season 2 is happening and that it'll be premiering on July 30th. But the more interesting thing happening down under is that the season 1 girls have been teasing some drama and intrigue on Twitter. On June 13th, Art Simone tweeted, "OMG, the NDAs for Drag Race Down Under expire in 6 days. I wonder if anyone has any questions." 6 days later, this Twitter user asked Art by tagging her if she had anything to say, and Art replied, "I never said I was going to talk." And if I didn't know any better, I would say Art might be looking to have her tweets in a video. What's the tea, Miss Art? Give us the tea, spill the tea. It was particularly interesting to me, though, that she had nothing to say, considering like 10, 11 months ago, she tweeted out that the only thing that came out of Drag Race going down under was that it destroyed the drag artist that took place. We also heard from Jojo Zaho, who tweeted out on June 20th saying, "Another news, freedom, because guess whose contract wasn't renewed? Wow, World of Wonder, just out here trying to pretend we never happened, like millennial women and low-rise jeans." Jojo, I'll have you know I wear my low-rise jeans with pride. And for some context here on the whole contract renewal thing, I think she's referring to the clause we saw in the American season 14 contract that we went over a year ago now on my channel, where it says something to the effect of World of Wonder can choose to basically cast you in another season of Drag Race within a year, and they have that year to tell you that you're going to be in another season. And it can be activated like up to 5 times, which which was the gaggy part. Obviously though, there are tons of queens that want to go back and will go back. And it's not like a production company can force someone to like participate in Drag Race. Next up, the Great North. Canada's Drag Race is back for its 3rd season. Season 3 will premiere on July 14th, and only 3 of last season's judges will return: Brooke, Brad, and Tracy. I've got to admit, I was hoping that Stacey would come back one day. I miss her. But yeah, if you're keeping track, that means Canada's Drag Race Season 3, France Season 1, and All-Star 7 will all be airing at the same time with a couple of weeks of overlap. I will be reviewing this season in completion though. I love the Canada series. So let's go ahead and hot or rot these cast promos in a speed round. First up, Bombay from Toronto. Full drag mama, the purple makeup on the face. Really pretty color combo with that pale yellow, and then I love the detail in the ribs of the wings. The only thing I would have maybe liked to have seen would be matching that highlighter yellow color in that headpiece somewhere else in the outfit. This look though, I'm gonna give a hot. Next up, we've got Chalazen LaRue. This is not my favorite look. I'm missing something in the shoulders and head area. Like, give me some of those really beautiful feathers that are around the waist in the hair, or give me a big giant, some kind of fascinator with those same feathers. I think this look would have felt a lot more complete to me. So this looks gonna be a rat. Next up, Giselle Lullaby. Girl, we've got ruffles, we've got tassels, we've got rhinestone quilted coat, a necktie. Girl, she did it all. I think the coat itself is amazing, but I also think there's too many elements. I don't need the birthday party tassels coming out from the bottom of that coat. As is, too much, gonna give it a rot, but some of the elements in this look I do think are hot. Very creative. Next up, Halal Bay, also from Toronto. Got a little deconstructed mesh cage dress. She is the bird cage, and then the bird coming out of the top. I love the like parrot glove hands. This is wild. And the mustache. I mean, like, this look is absolutely hot. Oh, okay, a little Miss Peacock fantasy next with Ermagerd. I wanna see your peacock. Her peacock eyes look like another kind of eye. I always think it's an interesting choice when a dress goes down to that kind of 3/4 calf length, but the overall look is balanced well. I like that the updo also has a little peacock element woven into it. Maybe she's styled out on the way here, you know, a little something about Mary fantasy. I'm gonna give this look a hot. Ooh, here's the party. Jada Shada Hudson, fun name. Wow. This is what I'm talking about with a complete look. Head to toe, full fantasy. Got the color story in the hat, literally down to the boot covers. This is giving the full drag fantasy. I love the feathering, the purling. There's nothing I would change. I love this look, and I think it's hot. Next up, Chaos. Another bird cage-ish dress. Really interesting. I like this look a lot, but I think it needed a tiny bit of editing. I'm not loving the nude illusion scrunching up on her arms when she's doing her pose. It is kind of distracting there, but the makeup, hair, colors, everything that she's done, I think is really, really stunning. Definitely hot. Okay, next up, Kimmy Couture from Ottawa. Oh my God. Okay, the first thing I just thought of the Teletubbies, which see, the fascinator up there is giving Teletubbies. It's also giving like Showgirl and the hoops, like when they spin around and do those kind of tricks. And it's all making sense with the 20s flapper fantasy. This is a really stunning look. Absolutely hot. Next up, Lady Boom Boom from Montreal. I am the Boom Boom gun. She's giving us ostrich or ostrich adjacent feather all over those arms, and then that asymmetrical skirt. Very unexpected look. And I think the best part of this is that the mesh dress onesie that is the under part of this garment is not just mesh or not just see-through, but it's sparkly, shimmering. Love this look. Hot. Next up, Miss Fierce Delicious from Toronto. Wow, body yaddy yaddy. I love it. Absolutely hot. Oh, I just noticed that the literal pigtails are like nunchucks. Shut up. That is so cool. So cool and so random. I'm so random. But hey, you know what? If she needs to beat somebody's ass, girl, she's prepared. Beautiful look. Absolutely hot. Next up, Miss Mocho. Miss Mocho has the C. How do you say that? It's a look. I think the biggest issue, it's really the hair for me. That harsh jet black hair just randomly on this really bright neon colored outfit and promo photo doesn't make any sense for me. So I'm gonna give it a rat. And finally, Miss Vivian Vanderpuss. Love that name. Oh, wow. I'm thinking of like Scooby-Doo era. Really, really interesting. Not my particular style at all, but I think it's done really well. It's like hideous in all of the right ways, and that's why I love the look. It's so good. The cape, love it. This look is hot. And that's our Canada's Drag Race 3-season cast. There's actually some really solid looks in this promo bunch. I'm gonna go ahead and give my hottest hot to, it's gotta be Halal Bae. This, it's just so stupid and cool and fashionable and like really forward thinking. Great job, girl. I also asked my patrons to vote on their hottest hots over on patreon.com/bussyqueen. That's my members only website where you can get exclusive member benefits like early access to my videos, access to exclusive videos, and access to the Bussy Queen Discord server. And you can join by clicking the link in the description of my video. See you there. And they voted for Chaos. And finally, it's time to check on Canada's leaky pipes, because they've been leaking out rumors for Canada versus the world. So Brooklyn Height tweeted out as, I guess, the official announcement for this series that it was coming. Here it comes in the dark of the night, Canada versus the world. And officially speaking, all we really know is that she'll be judging alongside Brad and Tracy. And firstly, I was a little surprised to see this season announced so soon after UK versus the world. Like, we just did this like 2 months ago, and we're gonna have another one? It seems like a lot, but we also have a lot of seasons of Drag Race all around the world happening everywhere all at once. At the same time, the fandom wiki, which has this list, reads, these queens are rumored to be on Canada's Drag Race versus the world, as many of them notably disappeared from social media during time of filming, which began around April 23rd until May 22nd. First up and representing Down Under, we've got Anita Wiglet, who's a great pick. She was a queen I thought had a very bizarre elimination, but then again, the entire season 1 of Down Under was bizarre. Nothing made sense and at any time, but great queen, lots of talent. And I think she's so much more to show, so hopefully this is our chance to do that. And from Canada, this is where it gets very interesting. Supposedly, we've got Rita Baga, a great competitor on Drag Race, a finalist from season 1, lots to offer, and then we've supposedly got 3 Canada's Drag Race season 2 girls. First on the list, the winner of season 2, Isis Couture. I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Obviously, I want to see more of her. She slayed that competition. She is a fierce competitor. Killer runways too. Oh my God. But so soon? I think having a winner on a spinoff like this so soon really just kind of speaks to the insane amount of talent that is out there in the drag world right now and how hard it is, especially, honestly, if you're not an American queen, to secure really big bookings and get really big deals, etc., etc. The other 2 Canada season 2 girls we've got on here are Kendall Gender, who was a finalist, and Stephanie Price, who was out 10th. Seeing Kendall on this rumored cast list is another reason that seeing Isis on the same list was so surprising. I mean, a finalist competing against the person that just beat her. Wild. And then an early out from the season, an early out competing against the winner. And if y'all thought that was wild, girl, get ready for the next 2. Representing the US, we've got Raja O'Hara and Silky Nutmeg Ganache, who we just saw in All-Star 6. I literally feel like All-Star 6 just happened. And again, great picks, but this is just so shocking to me because there are so many US queens, and I just feel like there's a huge talent pool that either has not been on an All-Stars yet, or maybe was on All-Stars 1 or 2 that might have made more sense in a cast like this. And the other crazy thing that I just realized is these are 2 original season 11 queens, where Brooklyn Heights is from. And I think that is why they were cast on here more than anything. Girl, they want that drama. And finally, representing the UK, we've got Vanity Milan. Excellent pick. She is an amazing lip syncer, so hopefully we get to see her do some of that. And Victoria Scone, who was, of course, disqualified for medical reasons after she hurt herself. Lots of talent there. I mean, after the first episode of UK3, she had people thinking that she was going to win the whole season. She came out guns a-blazing and knees a-breaking. But apparently she's better now. God bless her. Zooming out, the talent level in this cast, obviously off the charts. But I think one of the more interesting things happening is we're seeing these queens come back so quickly, like 6 months to 2-3 years at most. And I'm loving seeing them again, but it's not going to have the same impact. Like, for example, when we see a queen come back to All-Stars 3, 4, 5 years later, and they've been working on their craft and they've got so many new things to show. A lot of these queens will have things to show that they couldn't show because they were eliminated early, but have they had enough time to own their craft and change. But I'd love to know what y'all are thinking about this rumored cast list. Who are you most excited for? Which cast member on this list most surprises you? And do you think the list is real? Or was it planted by the gay intern at World of Wonder? Wow, it's all fake. It's all fake. Nothing's real. And everything's real. All the time, all at once. But that's all I've got for you today, so I want to say thanks to you for watching today's video, and give an extra special thanks to my generous patrons who make my channel possible. I also want to give an extra special shout out to Jamie, Adore Hamad, Fall Leaf, Fox, Stevie, and Sammy, who've all just joined my Patreon at the hot and hottest hot tiers, and Adrian Burwinkle, Aiden the Individual, Alessandro 420, Alicia, Angel, Cyrus, Dark-Sided Otter, David Webb, Dicky, Felicia, Frankie, Hector, JB, Jeffrey, Joseph, Josh Marchant, Kyle Hermes, Laura, Asset, Louis Labrador, Ruff, Mark James, Matthew Burns, Matthew Bauer, Maxila Wow, Michelle, Your Bell, Miss F, Neely, Sailor, Stephen Topher, Really, and Will and Ton, who were all supporting me at my Bussy Queen Collector tier. See y'all later. Love ya. Bye.